everybody. We are back. It ain't Wednesday. I want to say we back for a Wednesday night review, but it's Thursday, and we're here for a movie review. I've been talking with Ebbie, and if you catch us over on Drag Race or any other Wednesday panel, Ebbie is always known for a good movie reference. And I'll be sitting here looking at Ebbie like, and she'll be like, "You ain't seen that?" And I was like, I ain't seen that. And so
And I'll be devastated every single time.
she's like, "Who raised you?" And it's weird because my grandmother used to have, you remember the VHSs back in the day. She used to have a VHS collection and like a Rolodex of how to find certain whatever. And I guess I ain't never watched all the movies Ebbie be talking about. But I decided we're gonna do a series called, it's really a movie review, and Ebbie's gonna tell me a movie I should have watched in my younger years, and I will go back and watch it, and then we're gonna talk about it because we pretty much will talk about anything, and we'll just have a good time cutting up talking about the movie. Because I'm sure we're gonna veer off into some other stuff based on the movie anyway. So the first movie up was Wicked. On the Drag Race panel, they all love Wicked. I ain't know nothing about it. I knew it had to do with the Wizard of Oz. I ain't even watched the Wizard of Oz. I've only watched the Wiz. I don't want to go back.
That's your next homework assignment.
I don't even want to watch it.
Like, I don't understand how you've never, like, I don't, it doesn't even, I don't, what? What do you mean you never seen it?
Like, the Wiz is just the black version of the Wizard of Oz. So why do I have to watch both?
Because it's a different, there's differences. It's differences between the two. So yeah.
Okay, I don't want that to be negative.
I need you to get into Judy Garland and her voice and what she got going on in the movie. Like, I don't like what? Like, you don't know who the Lollipop Guild is? Like, that's too
I've heard of the Lollipop Gang, or is it the Guild?
It's the Lollipop Guild.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's the disrespect.
Oh, really, Wonka? I don't know.
It is the disrespect. Oh God, you cannot just watch The Wiz, because The Wiz is an adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. So there's differences. There's there's differences. You gotta watch the original Wizard of Oz.
Okay, that'll be on the list, but not next. Just not next. I done had enough of the Wiz and the Wizard and Oz.
Because gotta all make sense for when I force you to watch Wicked Part 2 in November when it comes out.
Look, wait till it come on Peacock, because I'm gonna admit I fast forwarded through at least 3 songs.
Why? It's a musical. What are you doing fast forwarding through the songs, man?
I got the point of what they were singing about. I don't want to see all this singing and dancing. Fast forward.
It's a musical. That's the whole point of the movie, is the songs. So why would you fast forward through the songs, man?
I got the point. I had got the point.
I don't know if you did.
No. I had got the point, and I was trying to get to the end because all I wanted to hear was I wanted to hear
30 seconds at the end of the movie, ma'am. There's a whole story in between.
I did not fast forward through any of the talking, so I have all of the story. But after about
because some of the story is in the songs.
I listened to the beginning of the song, then I hit fast forward.
This is not a Tyler Perry play where you can just fast forward through the music because it don't matter. Ma'am, please.
Well, I've already done it.
The whole point of the fucking movie is the songs. Because it's a musical, friend.
And I love a good musical. Let me tell you, that damn Ariana Grande was on my nerve within the first 30 seconds.
Why? What did she do?
Damn operatic notes. I was like, why is she yodeling and opera? howling at the
Were
very
you
beginning.
mad at her expertise? Like I don't what I don't understand. What was you expecting her to do?
I don't know, come bust your bubble and at least let me get into the movie before you start whistle noting.
There weren't any whistle notes, but okay, all right. It's just okay.
But I will admit I enjoyed the story of it all, and it was cute. But I definitely don't have to see it again. Like I don't have to go back to Peacock and be like, oh, let's turn on Wicked. But I will watch part two. I would like to know the second part of the story. Um, but that's about it. I just want to know what else happens. I'm telling you, from the beginning, I was into it, Ed, because I said, oh, it's about to be some mess. Because it starts off with the mama drinking and screwing somebody and having a green child. I said, oh, this
So
messy.
you okay, so you didn't put two and two together and get that the man who came to her house with the green elixir was the wizard?
Absolutely not. And I didn't even know it was a green elixir.
That's that's what the green was in the green bottle. That's why she was green. Cause her and the man was drinking the elixir. Her and the wizard. Her mama and the wizard.
And then the wizard was trying to kill his own daughter at the end.
He doesn't know that that's his daughter.
Part two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's when it's gonna be good. Get to the mess of it all. No, I did not put that together. I didn't know who that man was that was twirling around with the mama.
They deliberately kept him in shadow so you never saw his face, but if you listened to his voice, it's the wizard. We
Hmm.
love Jeff Goldblum. He's aging like fine wine. Yes, he
He
is.
is.
Yes, he
He is.
is.
Xavier says skip all the songs.
Oh no, I loved Popular.
I
Popular.
recognize popular from the commercials.
Popular.
And I probably skipped them other
The
times.
best part of it is when she pulled out that train and wand and tried to turn. She was trying to turn her coat into a ball. That thing tickled me. I don't care what nobody said. It was funny to me. She kept hollering, "Bow down!" And that, nah, daughter, you ain't get it. You
We're
ain't got
gonna
it.
read Ariana in a minute. Or Linda. Now, I didn't like how the daddy made the three bears raise her.
It was
Like,
one. It was one bear, but yes, you are correct. I did not like that he pawned the baby off because it was green.
right. And that's probably why she has a passion for saving the animals because they raised her. They were the only ones that accepted her. So I got
Mm-hmm.
that part of the movie. So I guess we're at this. Well, we saw how all the kids made fun of her, and her power comes from anger.
Right, right.
So
Shout out to baby Alphaba and baby Nessa
mm,
Rose, because
that is
that little girl in that little wheelchair was too cute for me. I was like, oh, look at the baby. Now
like the
I want
sister.
their sisters, yes. So I don't know if you're mine because we're just gonna jump right into it. I don't know because you didn't connect the dots that the man sleeping with the mama at the beginning was the wizard. Did you also connect the dots that in the Wizard of Oz? Well, you ain't seen the Wizard of Oz, so it starts differently than when Dorothy's house gets blown into Oz and it lands on a witch
Mm-hmm.
and her legs roll back up underneath the. Once she take them shoes off, them legs roll up
Mm-hmm.
into a ball. I want you to understand that witch was Alphaba's sister, the little girl in the wheelchair. So the witch killed at the beginning of the Wizard of Oz when the house falls on her is a little girl in the wheelchair. Only she's an
Got
adult.
that.
Okay.
Got that from TikTok. So I
Yeah,
knew that.
I was. It took me after I watched the movie. It took me maybe a couple hours after I got home for my light bulb to come on. It's like, wait a fucking minute. They are dropping houses on little people in wheelchairs. What the? I was devastated.
No, that was
we just dropping houses on the handicap. Is that what we're doing?
You remember the famous TikTok where the white man is like, she's in a bubble. They're sisters. They're both. So how the hell is Glenda and Elphaba sisters?
They're not.
Then why was he yelling all over TikTok?
He was in a conversation about something different, and he was talking about Glenda. He was wrong. He was passionate about what he was saying.
Okay.
He was indeed incorrect.
The passion I was believing. I was going with him. I was like, okay, yeah, they sisters. They both a witch. Okay. We find out that Galinda
at this time, she hasn't changed her name yet.
Yes. She's a hating ass, fake ass bitch because she ain't got no magical powers. And she only became nice to Elphaba when the sorceress lady was nice to Elphaba and she wanted to get close to her. And that's what they do in real life. They'll be nice to you to be a hangers on, but once they get what they want and they can make their own little bubble, now they don't know you no more.
You have jumped a lot into stuff that you think is going to happen in part 2 to explain how
that was in part 1. In part 1, when it was like ding dong, the witch is dead, and they start burning the lady's
effigy.
Whatever it's called, an effigy. Okay. The one of the Munchkin people said, I heard Elphaba was your homegirl. And she was like, no, she wasn't.
No,
and then
she said, is it true that she was like, yes, I knew her. She absolutely said that was my friend.
No, she said it was for, she made it seem like, yeah, I knew who she was, but that wasn't my homegirl. Okay.
No, that's not what she said. She said, yes, I knew her back in school.
Right.
She started to tell the story. She never said that wasn't my homegirl. I don't really like her.
That's how I took it. That's how I took it. Like, I mean, I knew her, but she wasn't my friend.
That's
so
not
like, look at Glenda being fake from the
beginning. Because when they asked her and she said yes, the whole crowd was like, what do you mean? Okay. Jesus.
I took it from the beginning because I was like, Glenda being fake from the beginning. Talking about she don't even know the lady.
That's not true. She never said she didn't know her. She said yes, she was like, well, you met in school. Oh God. Okay. So at the beginning, when they get to school, everybody arriving at Shiz, their first day at Shiz. First of all, Elphaba.
Right, she downplayed it.
But she didn't outright. She didn't say, "Oh no, I don't know that bitch." A pox on her house. She didn't do that.
But she didn't say, "Yeah, we was making spells and dancing routines and all." She didn't say
make not one spell, not a one.
Dance routines. She didn't say I gave her a makeover and helped braid up her hair and fix her
outfit. First of all, she did it because the whole thing was her telling the people the story of how she knew Elphaba. So she told the people all of that stuff.
Okay, well, I was in my feelings.
Please.
The whole time I was rolling my eyes at Ariana. I was like, this bitch, she being fake.
Oh God. Do you have an art against Ariana herself? Is that where the hatefulness is?
I actually really like Ariana Grande and I like her music. I felt like she was playing Elphaba from the beginning and tried to steal her powers, and she was hating because
when did she try and steal her powers? When? She never did that. You made that up.
Well, she was hating for real in the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, she was like, "Who is this?" And then she said she was gonna try to help her cure her of her greenness, even though she ain't got no powers. Daughter, that's not how any of that works. You can't. That's not. You can't do that. You can't do that. So everybody arrived at Shiz. Madam Morrible gives a little speech. Madam Morrible is horrible. Let me just say that. Because the who's my child could never come to me and tell me that her teacher talked to her the way she talked to Glenda. Because I would be at the school. It's a problem. The fuck you mean?
It wasn't a problem for me because at my mindset at the time, I wasn't fooling with Glenda, so I ain't care.
Let Glenda had been your daughter, and she wrote you a letter. Talk about the teacher said all of these things to her, unprovoked. That girl ain't do nothing to get any of that. When she gave her that one, and she was like, "Your friend has faith in you. I do not, because I think you are garbage. So I don't think any of this shit." How you the teacher? And you talking crazy to to the student? But like what? Why do you even have a job, man?
That's how my first dream got derailed. Because I wanted to be Wendy Williams. I wanted to be on the radio and I wanted to talk shit. And I used to live in the radio lab on Alabama State University campus. And for one of my projects, you have to play it in front of the class. And the teacher said, nobody wants to listen to you on the radio. Your voice is annoying. And that hurt my feelings. And that's how I went into being an accounting major. And then many moons later, bam, here go YouTube. And I said, well, let me just talk to YouTube.
Friend, I'm sorry that your whack ass teacher told you that.
Yeah, well, I don't even remember that lady name. So I don't know where to send the pox to. But she know who she is. Hell, she might not even look. I don't wish nothing bad on that lady. Because it is what it is, and that's how it happened. But as a younger person, I could see what you're talking about, Ebbie, because as somebody who was around 19, 20 at the time, that had hurt my feelings. And I had changed my major because I was like, well, damn, I do have a high-pitched voice. Maybe don't nobody want to listen to me. I'm good at numbers. Okay.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's terrible. That's what I'm talking. Like, why would you say that to somebody?
Well, I do feel like you should be honest to people. I mean,
you
shouldn't
be honest, but you don't have to be a dream killer.
Right, but that lady was just trying to tell Glenda, ma'am, you ain't got no powers. At least Elphaba can get angry and throw some rocks and shut some stuff down, but you can't do nothing.
Right. Not clearly teachers do that a lot.
It was a clear teacher because clear teachers teach at HBCUs, but she wasn't one.
And that lady is Asian. She's not even clear. So
I did like how it was a mixture of nationalities throughout the movie.
Yes.
I did like that. But I understand what you're saying, but I ain't kidding about Glenda. I ain't gonna rewatch. I'm gonna wait to part 2 to see if I change my mind because I got mad at Glenda all over again at the end. But
you got me. Okay, we'll get there. So they get to the school. The daddy is being mean to Elphaba because he's a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, watch it over your sister. Like, there was no plan for Elphaba to be in school at all.
No. Is she the oldest?
Right. So she should have been at school.
Right.
Well, she couldn't because she had to take care of her sister. And now that her sister is going to school, daddy wants her to be at school to watch the sister. And they both they both like stopped babying her. Like she's an adult, she got it. She can take care of herself. And he was like, just do the fuck. Oh.
That's pretty much what he said.
And so more teachers putting their foot in their mouth with Alphaba because she's green. Like y'all ain't never seen a nigga before. What is happening?
Well, it was black people there, but they ain't seen no green people before.
Same.
Well, why is she the only person that's green? Because you telling me he the only person that was drinking green elixir and having sex. Ain't nobody else had no green babies from the elixir.
They're not. Because she the only one that's green. It's not easy being green.
Oh, the daddy. I'm sure that daddy did say, he was like, she's supposed to be brown, not green.
Yeah. Because the mama Shirley was black and the daddy was something. I don't know. He wasn't all the way white either.
Well,
yeah. So they get to school.
No, somebody tried to wheel the sister around.
The admissions lady tried to wheel the girl. And she was like, no, let her go. She can do it herself. She's got it. And her powers go out of control and everything go flying in the air, including her sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then Madame Morrible comes in and takes credit to hide the fact that baby girl got powers from the others. And then she says, I'm going to put you in my magic class. It's a class of one. You it. You was the onlyest ones I'm going to teach.
And Glenda was really hating me. And she was like, what?
Right.
Because Glenda was all in that lady face begging to be in the class. And the lady was like,
and she was like, I don't teach it every semester. And I only teach exceptional students. And she was like, and you not an exceptional student, bitch. So get out of my face.
You don't have any powers. What am I going to teach you when you can't do anything?
Well, clearly nobody got powers. The wizard ain't got powers. Madame Morrible barely got powers.
Right. Because she couldn't read from that book of spells.
She said she can only manage a word or two, and she can manipulate the weather.
She did stop the rain. So they put Elphaba in the room with Galinda, and Galinda is hating. And from right there, we would have had a problem. Because what you mean, I could stay in this corner and you gonna stack all your luggage and wardrobe on my side of the room. I don't care what the school.
First of all, you don't even have a side of the room. They stuck you in my room. The whole room is mine, daughter. I made a space for you in the room because the whole room is a private suite for me. And they stuck you in my room. So take this little bed in the corner and be grateful you got somewhere to rest your head.
It's time.
That's how that works. That's
and just like Glenda piled all that shit up on her side of the room. Yeah. I heard what you said, but there go all your shit over there. This my side of the room.
She ain't got no shit because she wasn't expecting to come to school. So all she got is the outfit on her back.
Well, they found a way. This is a fairy tale. They found a way to find her some more outfits.
Yeah.
They found her some outfits.
Shenanigans.
With them shoulder pads.
Yeah. A mess.
But I don't know. This is probably when I started fast forwarding songs. They was mean to Elphaba. The animal teachers. They was making fun of her.
When
they was at the dance and she was like,
we ain't even got there yet.
Oh, well, I ain't take notes. So.
Oh, good. Okay, so we at so what's Madame Morrible tells her, oh, put you in this I'm teaching you this class, this sorcery class, and you can possibly meet the wizard. And then she sings The Wizard and I about maybe her getting to the wizard and him being able to change her skin color so that she fits in.
That was probably one of the songs I fast forward.
Wow. I need you to, The Wizard and I is a bop. I mean, I need you to go back and listen to it. We then get to our class with the animal teacher.
Yes.
See, Xavier's The Wizard and I is a good song. The Wizard and I
don't remember that.
Our teacher, Mr. Goat. I can't think of Mr. Goat's name.
I
know who Mr. Goat is. Who he's voiced by in real life.
Who?
Peter Dinklage. Tyler Lance.
Really? I love him.
I too love. Listen, I knew that voice as soon as he came in the room.
I didn't know it, and I do love me some Tyra Lannister. Yes. The Lannisters always repay their debts. Sure. But okay, so the animals are getting gone because they don't
have their ability to speak.
Right.
They're being kicked out of the school. Now, when Elphaba did all of that magic in the courtyard, they broke the facade of one of the pictures on the wall, and behind it was a picture of a bunch of different animals that had been teachers at the school.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to erase the history. Thank you, Dr. Dillerman.
Okay.
So they try to erase the history of animal teaching at the school and being a part of the faculty and all that good stuff. And I think Dr. Dillerman is the last animal standing.
Mm-hmm. The last animal teacher.
Yeah, the last animal teacher standing at the school. And so he's teaching his lesson and he flipped the board. And somebody has written in red paint, animals should be seen and not heard.
Mm-hmm.
Rude as fuck. What you mean?
Right.
So then we entered the Prince Fiyero. Prince Fiyero is coming to Shiz.
Now, who is he and what is his point of being there? Or is he just here for part 2?
He's Prince Fiyero. It's a love triangle. How are you going to get a love triangle if you don't have...
I only seen The Wiz. I ain't seen no Prince Fiyero in The Wiz.
There is no Prince Fiyero in The Wiz. This is a prequel to The Wiz and The Wizard of Oz. This happens before The Wizard of Oz. All of this happens before The Wizard of Oz even starts. Because at the beginning of the movie, you see a puddle of water in her hat. And the flying monkeys break it out of, and you see Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the lion running away from Elphaba's house. I know Xavier, but she don't know. She don't know. We got to get her there. So, we also met Bach. Shout out to Bach. Bach is my favorite. And that is Ariana Grande's man in real life. The boy who plays Bach.
Who is Bach? Is that the Munchkin?
Yes, that's the one who took Nessa Rose to the thing. That Glenda pushed to take her to the thing. So.
Oh, that's her man in real life. Okay.
Yes, that's her man in real life. Bach is her man in real life. So Prince Fiyero shows up. That's the little boy from Bridgerton. I can't remember which one he is. He's one of the Bridgerton brothers.
I do love Bridgerton. I didn't recognize that he was a Bridgerton.
Yeah, he's a Bridgerton brother. He's the one that be at the dens painting doing the paintings and swinging both ways. That's that one. That Bridgerton brother.
Oh, they said it's Anthony,
Ain't,
but Anthony is the oldest Bridgerton.
is it? I don't know. They all look. They
They
quiet
do
as that
like
loud it is. They all look alike. So it's,
the man she allegedly stole. Oh Lord, mm, I guess
so Prince Fiero show up and everybody's in love with him. Girls, boys, or young, old. Everybody want a piece of Fiero.
they sure did.
The library at Shiz is the library that I would like to have in my fictional dream home if I won the
I
lottery.
did find it cute that they could spin and the books would
Mm-hmm.
be in circular. I did find the library cute. I will say, whatever song they sang in the library hit the fast forward. Mhm.
I will give you that one. But even though he was singing to that one teacher and then pushed her on the cart, he slow pushed her ass.
I didn't fast forward there because I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that.
That was funny to me, child. He sang a verse to the librarian and then put her on the book thing
Right,
and
because
then
she was telling them to shut up.
right and he slowly pushed her out of her frame. So
Mhm.
Piero meets Glinda and she's toss her way into she talk about she in love, they gonna get married, even though he don't know that yet.
Right, they just met. But that was
Listen,
the man. Are we at
sometimes
the
Lulu
dance
is
yet?
just a little girl. Okay.
We at the dance yet?
Yes, they're getting ready to go to the dance. So they get to the dance. First of all, Glinda, little stupid, her little Scooby friends found the black hat, and they was like, "It's hideous." Her grandmama gave it to her. She don't dislike nobody enough to give them the hat. However, she then turns around and give it to Elphaba and
Mhm.
invites her to the dance. And because she did that, and because she got Bob to ask Nesca Rose to the dance, Glenda talked to Madame Morrible and was like, "Hey, can you let Glenda in the class, please?" And she's like, "Do me a favor, let her in the class." And Madame Morrible was like, "She's the
She
dirt
said,
on the bottom of my shoe, but because I like you and you have power, I will say yes and let your little raggedy friend into
mm,
the situation." So Madame Morrible comes over to be horrible to Glinda, even though she's putting her in the class and giving her a training wand. She still said, "I have absolutely no faith in you because I think you're a talentless hack, and that's just what it is, and that's what it's always going to be. You're never going to be anything. You're never going to amount to anything." Because you are the dirt on the bottom of my shoe, child. And I just want to be nice to the girl who has actual talent.
that's how it be in real life too.
Jesus Christ.
We gonna
So
be nice to you because that's your cousin, but we only being nice to you because
we only being nice to you to get to the
right.
person. Hmm. So once she gets to training wand, she's touched, and then Elphaba shows up, and we have a scene from Can't Buy Me Love. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to McDreamy because I know the white version. I don't do Nick Cannon's version because no thanks. Um, Listen, just there is few things that black people have redone of white things that I enjoy more than the white things. I enjoy the Wiz more than I enjoy the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, there are some things that we as black people have redone that are absolutely horrible and never should have been done.
I agree.
Please see Can't Buy Me Love and Still Magnolias. The fact that
Yes.
is the black version of Still Magnolias is absolutely hot trash garbage. They ruined the end of the movie. They never should have remade it. A pox on their house. I love you, Queen Latifah. And Felicia Rashad's daughter who can't act. Boo when he tested Verdi, boo. You never should have did it.
I
You
a
never should have did
100%
it.
agree.
You can't
And
listen.
I don't like the miniseries neither.
I never saw the miniseries because I wasn't finna do that. But the
Mm-mm.
original Steel Magnolias with Julia Roberts,
Mm-hmm.
and they like me. They really like me. What's her
The
name?
Minnie Mouse Club girl, the Mickey Mouse Club lady,
Mm-hmm. With Dolly Parton and them.
Dolly Parton. Mm-hmm.
When I say the ending, listen, as a parent who's lost a child, the ending of that movie tears me up every single time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to cry every time, every single time. Every single
Sally
time.
Fields. That's that lady name, Sally Fields.
Sally Fields, yes. When she said, I was ready to go first. I've always been ready to go first. Child, I can't take it. It's too much. And I'll be a puddle in the corner. Somebody come catch me. Come get me. Pat my shoulder, child, because I'm distraught. When they fucked it up in the black version of Steel Magnolias, I was devastated. Devastated. I said, oh God, why would you get and ruin these people's movie with your
It didn't have to be touched. You could have just played the old Still Magnolias on Lifetime, and I would have gladly watched it.
exactly.
That's usually a movie. If I'm scrolling and I land on it, I will watch it.
I'm going to stop and watch Steel Magnolias every single time. Every single time.
Mhm.
My colors are blush and bashful.
Blush and bashful.
Come
And he was
on.
shooting them birds up out of that tree.
Listen, when
And
he
he did
got
that
the
swing.
fireworks and he said he was going to shoot Weezer because she was tearing his nerves. Weezer said, she said, I just saw a drum eating to die to the Piggly Wiggly, and I smiled at the son of a bitch before I could catch myself. I said, oh,
I like Weezer. What they said,
thank you,
that
thank
lady looked like she had two pigs in her girdle dancing. I said, oh,
you.
Still Magnolias is a classic movie
A
that
classic. Classic.
just put on the old one. We don't need Queen
Listen,
Latifah ass in there.
when that girl, she said, Tommy, is this a beer in my Frigidaire?
They did call it, and they was good and southern.
Sure was. Poor Shelby wanted to have a baby.
She
She
wanted to
did.
have
She
a baby.
did. She did. Ooh, God. And of course, the husband was pitiful. Like, I saw one TikTok where they was like, the husband is the villain for signing the paperwork for them to take her off the machine. He was her next of
Oh,
kin. He was
right.
her husband. And she was brain dead. I don't know what y'all wanted from him.
There wasn't nothing else they could do.
Exactly. He waited until her mama was ready to let go. Because he could have been signing the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
He waited until her mother was like, okay, get her a good pink suit out the thing and take it to the funeral home. Child, listen. How we get to see this?
That needs to be the next movie because I don't watch that, and that was good.
Listen, we love Steel Magnolias. Listen.
I done forgot where we was at Alpha Button.
Okay, we at the club where we all fell. And so Alpha, everybody's looking like, oh my gosh, she's here. Why is she here? And then T behind their fingers. And she starts doing this dance from Can't Buy Me Love, the African mating ritual dance.
Whatever it's called.
So
Yep.
shout out to Ariana Grande, who didn't learn the dance. So when she went up to mirror her, she was forced to do whatever it is that Elphaba was doing, because in real life she didn't learn the choreography. So she had to literally watch her and do what she was doing. So it seemed more congruent, which I thought was very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the beginning of their actual friendship. Their actual friendship. Now Glenda it can be a jackass, but when she on your side, she on your motherfucking side.
Mm-hmm.
Until we'll get there in a minute. So they are now friends, and she said, "I'm gonna make you popular. I'm gonna teach you to toss toss, so you can get the things that you need."
She was Beyonce. Then she was like, "I need my win."
She said, "Well, she's like, but I need air. Toss toss." Throw my hair out there with. Listen, now my wig ain't secure yet, I ain't tacked it down yet, so I can't do with so much with my hair. But they become friends. She's like, I'm gonna make you popular, and she's twirling around the room and singing and all the things. And she was like, I guess. And she's like, why, Miss Alpha, but you're beautiful. I said, oh, ain't that nice? That's so nice. And so they friends, and so she was like, I'll tell you a secret if you tell me a secret. And she was like, Piero and I are gonna get married. And she was like, oh my God, he asked you? And she was like, no, he doesn't know yet. Girl, delusional. The delusions. I said, Delulu is the Salulu. She said, oh no, he don't know yet. He don't know we're gonna get married when we're getting married. I said, okay, daughter.
Mm-hmm.
That's, just manifest it. Speak those things as if they manifest. Speak those things as if they were.
I ain't seen part 2 yet. It might happen.
It could. However, the secret that Elphaba tells Glenda is that it's her fault that Nessa Rose is like the way she is, because her father was forcing Milk of the Poppy on the mama.
Was it really called Milk of the Poppy? I thought it was called Wildflower Milk.
Milkweeds or milk flowers or whatever it is. It killed the mama. The mama went to sleep and she went into labor.
She had early labor
because he kept dosing her up with a narcotic, and that lady went to sleep. So he went to sleep and never to wake up.
But it's his child, because if he knew Elphaba was from someone else and that's why she's green, he wouldn't be stressing the mother out again. So he must think Elphaba is his child.
He might be under the mistaken impression.
Maybe. But what happened next? That was a really sad story. And Glenda did come back and tell her, look, that was the milk of the flower. It wasn't you.
Right. That may be your story.
That's a lot.
That doesn't make it true. That's not. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault.
Because you're born how you're born. You can't help it. You green.
Right. So Elphaba is hanging out in the hallway trying to practice her toss. And Fiyero said something to her, and she said something to him, and there's sparks between the two of them. But Elphaba is like, oh, nope, that's my girlfriend's man. Girl code, gotta go.
I don't remember that part at all. Was it some singing right before that? Because my fast forward might have went too long.
It was pop. She was singing Popular.
I probably hit fast forward and didn't come back on time. I don't remember none of that. Well, swingers. They said that in the book. I thought this was for children now.
Why would you think that?
They talking about swingers in the book?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in the book. The book is rated M for mature. It's a lot.
My sister took my niece and nephew. That's why I was like, I ain't got no kids. What I'm going to see Wicked for?
It's not a kid movie.
I thought it was.
My God, on today. Okay, so
I guess not. They in the movie swinging and stuff.
So there's a little sparkage. So they get to class, and it's Dr. Delamont's last day, and the people come to get him and take him out
and put him out.
Mess, just them being messy. And he's like, as they dragging him out the door, he's like, y'all not getting the whole truth. Understandable. That's normally how.
Is this when Elphaba used the poppies to put everybody to sleep?
Yes, because they bring that man in to replace Dr. Dillerman, and he has a little cub lion
Oh
cub in a
yeah,
cage.
in a cage, and she got mad. She said, "We ain't
Right.
doing
And
it."
he was like, "This is a cage," because they've never put animals in a cage before. So she gets upset, and everybody goes to sleep except for her and Fiero. And they rescue the lion cub and go to release him back out into the wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that cub's
Piero.
parents are. They
Why?
just left him out in the wild by himself. You didn't take him back to his family. We don't know. Now, that cub is going to grow up and end up being the
The
cowardly
cowardly lion. And that's why he's a coward. He ain't never had a pack to make him brave.
lion. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, where the hell was the Tin Man and the Scarecrow ass at?
I don't want to ruin it for you. But you've met both the Tin Man and the Scarecrow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Brock is the Scarecrow because he seems scary. And
No.
what was the Tin Man? He just needed some oil.
He needed a heart.
A heart. Who didn't have any heart? Let me think.
Okay, so you so close but so far away. So let me just tell you now, because you're gonna forget by the time the movie comes out.
Probably.
So the Tin Man is Bach from Munchkin Land.
It's the Tin Man.
Yes, because he's in love with Glinda, but he now with Nessa Rose, and so but he still longs for his heart, which would be Glinda. Now, the Scarecrow, who needed a brain because he wasn't the brightest coloring crayon in the coloring box,
Mm-hmm.
is Prince Fiero. He's the
Oh,
Scarecrow.
so he is in the Wiz. It's Michael Jackson.
Sure. So so they go to release the cub into the wild, and there is a moment between Prince Fiero and Elphaba again, and she sings "I'm Not That Girl," meaning she doesn't think she deserves to be with that Prince Fiero would pick her to be with
Oh, Linda.
over Glinda because of who she is and her skin color and all these things and everything that's been poured into her, telling her that she's not enough, that she is hot poo poo garbage by her daddy, and nobody would want her, nobody would love her. So she sings that song, lovely. So we get back to the school.
They said forget the Wiz. This is a different movie.
Listen, I told her her next homework assignment is to watch The Wizard of Oz. And between now and next Wednesday, I need you to watch The Wizard of Oz so we can talk about it, so you can connect all the dots while it's fresh
I
in your
was
mind.
gonna pick a whole brand new movie to watch.
No, you need to watch The Wizard of Oz.
I'll
It's
find
not the same as
something
The
on
Wiz.
Amazon Prime or
Saying
something.
you watch The Wiz is not the same as saying you watch The Wizard of Oz. I need you to watch The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Do not fast forward past the songs. Thank you.
Wait. It's singing.
They're musicals, dear. Yes.
Lord, I didn't know. I thought The Wiz was the musical of The Wizard of Oz.
No.
Black people put they song
There's
in it.
just like there are songs in The Wiz. He's the wizard. He's the whiz. He's the wizard. He's the man said river was. Da-da, 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 da-da. Yeah, there's music in The Wizard of Oz. It's a musical, friend. Somewhere over the rainbow. That's not in The Wiz. It is in The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Do not watch the Muppet version. Don't listen to Xavier. Watch the one with Judy Garland in it. Do not watch the. I'm telling you now. Don't watch the Muppet. Watch the original Wizard of
I'm gonna
Oz
watch
from
Judy
black and white
Garland.
to color. Please, Xavier, stop
I'm
it.
sure it's out there on Amazon Prime somewhere.
It is. So, so what's the girl name? Elphaba gets called down to Madame Horribles because there is a little hot air balloon showed up with an invitation for her to meet the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to the train station so she can go meet the wizard and get her heart's desire. And so Glenda shows up and she says that to show her solidarity with the animals, she is changing her name just to Glenda, not Linda. She's just Glenda now.
Because the teacher can say her name for
Right.
nothing.
He could not, but that's fine. And so um Elphaba gets on the train and she's like, "Come with me, bestie." Even though Prince Fiero is wearing one of the poppy flowers in his collar to symbolize, I guess, that he got feelings for her. And I think
Mm-hmm.
he tried to throw hints and she not catching them. She not catching them. And so Glenda and Alpha would get on the train and they go to Oz and they do all of the Oz things. They get a makeover, they get their hair did, they get a pedicure, they get a gel nail, a gel X, manicure, all of the things. The original Elphaba and Glenda are in this portion of the movie. The women who first starred on Broadway in this play, the quintessential Elphaba and Glenda, are in this portion. Because you see when Ariana starts to sing, the lady puts her hand on her mouth. It was like, shut up. That's the original Glenda, Kristen Chenoweth. And then Adina Menzel is the original Elphaba.
And that's Tay Diggs' ex-wife.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. And Adina Menzel gets to do her in that portion of
I definitely hit the fast forward on that because I ain't seen neither one of them in the movie.
Okay. Meanwhile, they get to the wizard, and the wizard does a little song and dance. There's a coin behind your ear. Um, Here come El Teddy.
Okay, let me see. I'm putting the chat for you, El Teddy.
So they get to the Wiz, and the Wiz has a huge diorama of Oz. And he was like, "Let me get your thoughts on what color the road should be to Oz." And they decide yellow. That it should be the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. I know you used to.
He's
Come
on
on, he's on down the road. Yes.
I know that he's on down the road.
Oh God.
Hey, El Teddy.
El Teddy, please. Are you muted, friend? What are you doing? Are you there? Caller, are you there?
He's there. Hello?
Hello?
Maybe he ain't ready because his picture ain't up there.
Right. I don't know.
Okay, so they easing on down the road.
Right, so they ease on down the road. So
Buffering.
Is El Teddy hacked?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, I'm just gonna put him down. El Teddy, when you ready, put in the chat you ready to come back up.
Okay, so they picked the color of the yellow brick road, and so he's like, "What's your heart's desire?" And he's like, "I want to help." She's like, we thought she was gonna be like, "I don't want to be green anymore. Make me over, make me nice."
Mm-hmm.
But no, she says, "I want to help the animals," and he's like, "Cool. Come on to the Grimmery and see if you can read the Grimmery, and see if we can do something to help the animals." She starts to read the grimoire. She reads the spell, and she thought it was just the one monkey in front of her that she gave wings. They said he always wanted to fly. So she did the spell, and the spell gave him wings like Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out.
Like Red Bull.
Comes to find out, everybody, all the monkeys.
All the
now,
monkeys have wings.
Every glass monkey got a wing. That shit looked painful too. That transformation looked painful.
It did.
Painful. So once she realized, you niggas ain't got the power, I got the power. Y'all can't even do this shit. Y'all only want me. And then she figures out that they behind all the animal attacks, all the stuff happening with the animals, and she was
they
like,
let it slip.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, yeah, I got you. And she grabs the grimoire, and she and Ariana, her and Glenda take off running. They're gonna escape. So they run into where the hot air balloon that originally brought the Wiz to Oz. They hop in his hot air balloon, and they try and escape. However, they close the roof before they could get out, and the hot air balloon pops and catches on fire. So they got to jump off of that before they die a most horrible death down to the ground. And so they take off running, and they lock themselves in the part of the tower, and they have this conversation. And she's like, "Are you coming with me? Like, we're unlimited." She said, "Unlimited. We can be unlimited." And Ariana was like, "Listen, friend, this is your dream, not mine. I just want to marry Prince Fiyero and have pretty babies and maybe be able to magically wash my dishes. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to change the world. Power to the people." She's like, "I support you in all of your dreams, but your dreams are not my dreams. And I support you, but no, daughter, I can't go with you on this. Everybody is not supposed to go with you to the levels that you're going to." And that's not Glenda is a trad wife.
I don't even know what a trad wife is.
It's short for traditional wife.
Oh.
Like stay at home mom, cook, clean, take care of the family, that type of thing.
Glenda is about to be fake again. Mm-hmm.
No, because she's very much she doesn't have to. Her just because your dream is to be Sister Soldier and free the slaves, aka the monkeys, don't mean that has to be mine. Like, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to do anything to hinder you. But your dream is not my dream, and I'm not, and I don't have to. I don't want to go.
Now, if
but I don't want to go and do all the shit you talking about. I don't want to do that.
Because it was many moons ago that I watched The Wiz. But wasn't it Glenda who said, "If you want to get home, you need to go kill my sister, the Wicked Witch of the West"?
No, they're not sisters. And it was not Glenda. It was the wizard who sent her to kill the Wicked Witch. It was never. It was never Glenda.
Let's see if Teddy is back.
Teddy, is you back? Let me text him and be like, "We can't hear you, boo."
And his little picture ain't there like in the chat. Okay, because I thought Glenda was the one who put the hit out on Elphaba.
No.
Not in it with those people. Glenda is a coin.
What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know what that means, but I ain't like Glenda at the end because I feel like at the end, okay, You don't have to want to be
She
sister.
ain't got the backbone for all the things that Alpha's gonna chart. Y'all act like y'all don't understand. This girl has lived the princess soft girl era life this entire time, and she is not built for what Alphaba is about to take on.
But she ain't have no problem floating around in no bubble, having everybody be like, "Oh, there go the good witch floating around in a bubble."
What's that got to do with anything? I'm confused.
It seemed like Glenda changed her tune and was like, "Oh, y'all just tried to kill me."
When no, she's playing the go along to get along game at this point because she is not the rebellious type, and them people would kill her without even thinking about it.
You could play go along to get along, but you ain't have to like how you
What
get
did
your
she do?
powers.
What did
That's
she do?
ain't teach you the magic. You should have been like, "Nah, bitch, I don't want to know none of your magic. You just tried to kill my best friend."
She's
Because
not
how she become
really.
the good witch? She ain't have any powers.
She still ain't got no powers. What do you mean?
El
That
Teddy,
bubble is a technology wonder. That ain't no magic. You know when she popped the bubble is because she stepped on something inside the bubble and then it made the bubble pop. She ain't got no actual magic. That's a machine that she's in that big bubble. And she's just holding the wand. We don't never actually see her do any magic. She ain't got no magic to do. And
told
Alpha took the grimoire when she left. So where's she gonna learn magic from?
okay, I'm gonna wait to part 2, but I still feel some kind of way.
Like, but I don't. She did what she could with the amount of chutzpah that she had. Now, she not a no limit soldier, and that's okay because everybody can't be.
She's not.
But she knows she loves her friend, and she was like, "Go out there and do the damn thing."
You come out, you don't be like, "Oh, I knew her at school." You be like, "Yeah, that's my homegirl," but I just ain't want to say the animals, and because it seemed like they put the hit out
That
on.
seems like you getting in a lot of my business. Yes, we were friends, and we move on. Mind your fucking business. The end. Like, what the fuck? Why? I need to tell you all about this.
On Alpha, but talking about she's evil. If you see her, beware. And I'm like, well, damn, all she want to do.
Glenda didn't say any of that.
No, Glenda didn't say that. That was the Wiz and the teacher.
Oh yeah, that's why you have to watch The Wizard of Oz. Beloved. That's why you have to watch The Wizard
Okay,
of Oz.
that's next Wednesday, Wizard of Oz.
Listen.
How many parts is it to Wicked? I might can only do one more part.
2. It's just 2 parts. It's a play. It's a 2-act play. This is Act 1 and then Act 2.
Oh, wow!
So the conclusion will come in part
Maybe 3 hours. I might go see part 2.
Now, just think if you was on Broadway and you just sat through all of that and you go through a little intermission and come back for part 2.
Yeah. Now they said Nessa Rose is the ops. Don't let the after she was fighting for you and you gonna turn around on your sister and she was the only one who had your back just because you found a little piece of man. Okay.
Right. A piece is correct because he's from Munchkin Land. Listen. I still can't believe they dropping houses on handicapped people. Like, that's the part that's like, so don't nobody see a problem with that? Everybody's just okay. We're dropping it. Okay.
I would not have stayed for 4 hours. 3 hours. I was already fast forwarding on the 3 hours. I don't know if this really El Teddy, so I'm just going. What did El Teddy say to you?
Nothing.
Because they keep popping up backstage, but they don't or can't say anything. Oh, Nessa Rose isn't handicapped. That's the point. Oh.
There's a thing with them shoes that gives her
The ability.
I don't know how that's going to work because the girl who plays Nessa Rose in real life is real life in that chair. So I don't know how that's going to work. Now they're gonna have to CGI the hell out of that or something. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Is it going to be a few years down the road? Because maybe they just get a new actor that looks older.
I don't think so.
Because they got Cynthia and Ariana playing high school, college kids. So they can find an older actor. Now that we talk about it, I'm kind of interested in part two. I can't wait to see where this story goes. I hope Elphaba gets some revenge before they pour that water on her. And I think the Wiz is full of shit. How you want to kill your own daughter?
Hello.
Sir, what are you doing?
I'm trying to connect so I can talk about my movie.
You want to talk about Wicked Child?
Lord have mercy, God.
We done put him on the stage 3 times.
Right. We at the end.
Okay, here's my top 3 songs of the first half.
Okay.
I probably fast forward.
Wow. Top 4 songs for the first half. My number 1 song is The Wizard and I mean, what are we talking about?
Okay.
My number 2 is a surprising one. And most people be like, that's your number 2? Yes, it's my number 2 is I'm Not That Girl. I love I'm Not That Girl. My number 3 is
it's the song she sing after they drop that lion off in the woods.
Right.
I think that's when I went to go to the bathroom. So.
My number 3 is I'll put Defying Gravity there. Even though No One Mourns the Wicked is right there for me.
Right.
I love, She Died Alone. Listen, She Died Alone. And those are my top 4. My number 1 is The Wizard and I.
Mm-hmm.
You said that. You don't have to reiterate that.
Let me talk to you.
But you said it.
Let me do this, okay? Hello.
How many times you gonna say it?
My number 1 is The Wizard and I. My number 2 is I'm Not That Girl.
You said that.
My number 3 is Defying Gravity. And my number 4 is...
I thought you were only giving 3.
I said 4.
He did say 4.
No One Mourns the Wicked.
Well, since the only song I know from the movie is Defying Gravity.
You know what? So you don't have an answer.
I mean, that's the only song I know.
My favorite line from the song from the movie is it true you were her friend? That's my favorite line.
That really? That's it?
That one right there. Because she was rude as hell.
Wow.
Is it true you were her friend? And then a bitch lied.
And she said, huh?
Huh? What?
She didn't say yes.
What are you asking me?
Why are you asking me these crazy questions? I don't understand.
Girl, because you want me to announce that the woman is dead. Was she your friend, bitch?
Right.
Girl. So she had every right to be. Is it true you were her friend?
Ebbie, I just need you to know that El Teddy had us in a horror movie tonight.
Oh, no.
We were in the woods. We were by water.
Jason was about to jump out of the
It was bubbling in the water.
Jason was going to jump out of the lake. The Blair Witch was over. He was over by the Blair Witch.
Hey, Cheeks, what's up, girl? Hey,
Hey. That remind me, I need to get off of here and book my deposit.
Girl, they might be closed already.
It's closed already, Lord.
It's not closed already. You better go and make your deposit, friend.
She's going to make a deposit for the cruise.
Let me write the number down so when I get off of here, I could just call it.
All of us on the cruise. Huh?
Yeah, Cheeks, go ahead and
Her and her husband.
get your stuff together.
We're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a good time.
Have a good time.
Listen, Kiss My Cheeks is already trying to get us matching t-shirts and outfits. And
Really, we already said we could do matching t-shirts.
Oh,
We're doing t-shirts. Yeah. Phil Boy's going to make the t-shirt.
We're going to do the stupid little games where people hide little stuff for you to find. We know sometimes people have hearts.
I mean, we can. I can give everybody because I think I might put duckies in everybody's goodie bag that I'm gonna give everybody. So maybe I'll put a ducky in there.
And then you got.
But we are gonna do a bar crawl. The first night we're gonna do a bar crawl.
we're gonna be drunk.
It's like 9 bars on on this group on this ship. So we're not gonna do all of the bars because some of the bars are like inside of like other places, but we're gonna do. I think we identified like 6 or 7 bars.
So we're gonna do a shot at each one.
Yeah, for the people who have the drink package, why the fuck not? So yeah, we're gonna do.
This is why I'm doing the drink package because I'm not buying drinks in.
Yeah, so we're doing the bar crawl. But they have like a wine bar. Plus, they got a sports bar. They've got a margarita bar, and then all just the regular bars. And then, so yeah, we're doing that. Abby said we're going to do karaoke. So we're going to do a karaoke together.
I want to do karaoke.
We'll just pick one on the when we get the schedule. We'll just pick one on the schedule that we're going to all do together.
Abby, we got to figure out our duet, Abby.
Oh, we're gonna do Islands in the Stream.
No, I don't like that.
Oh, okay. We can do My Boo.
No.
We can do The Girl Is Mine. I mean, The Boy Is Mine. That would be fun. For y'all to do The Boy Is Mine? That would be fun.
We'll figure it out.
I like that song too.
We could do Say, Say, Say by Michael Jackson.
On the Beyonce
Paul
song.
McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Oh, that's funny.
I don't like that song.
Okay. Well,
Oh, my God.
He has a year to figure it out.
You do.
You sure do.
We have to do karaoke.
We do.
Karaoke.
Okay.
And we got to do a water excursion.
Ooh.
Karaoke go-to song is
What?
Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh. Okay, so we could do. Okay, wow. We could do Mariah and Whitney. There can be miracles.
When you believe
You got to be soprano to do that.
Okay, that's fine. I'll make sure I have Whitney hair. Not a problem.
Yeah.
And a sweat towel.
Make sure you breathe hard because you don't have like 25 years worth of smoking that crack.
You know what?
So you need to breathe hard. Cause she do be breathing hard on that song.
Listen, she did.
Oh,
God bless her.
I like this.
what? I need a damn drink.
Okay. Y'all go.
Got me a bar.
Okay. Okay. I love y'all. Goodbye.
Okay, that sounds like. Huh?
This concludes our review of Wicked.
I say that sounds like the movie. I need to get on the phone and book my deposit because I think this is the last day. Or
Ain't you supposed to be doing? Ain't you supposed to be doing the opening prayer somewhere?
Oh yeah, I need to go read the scripture on the prayer line too. Yes.
Oh God, what scripture is you reading?
Psalms 23.
Is that the one you picked, or is that what they told you
That's
to read?
the one I was told to do.
Oh, okay. I won't make you change.
That's what I was told. So
Okay, Deja, we are going on a cruise together. And I have insisted that while we're on the cruise, there shall be karaoke.
I think I'm gonna do Cozy by Beyonce. That's my go-to karaoke song right now.
Comfortable in my skin, cozy.
I just like to be like, bitch, I'm black.
I think I might do. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it.
I like that.
Go.
I hope we can do more than one. I don't like when you can only do one song.
Listen, I want to do a couple songs. I might do a whole Whitney concert. Like I feel.
And I'll be up there too, depending on how many drinks I have.
This is the Heartbreak Hotel.
Price. No, Kelly
Oh,
Price.
the bar crawl is the reason why I'm getting the drink package.
I don't really drink that much.
If we gonna hit 9 bars, I'm not paying out of
Right.
pocket at 9 different bars when I could just pay one price at the beginning, and then anytime I feel like I want to blink at a drink.
But I plan on putting some drinks in my bra. That's what I did on
Don't
my
not
last
make it onto this cruise because you trying to smuggle stuff.
They don't be all in your bra.
First of all,
And I
no.
that's I did it on my last cruise, and I had extra liquor. We'll see. We'll see. I might be right on the Royal Caribbean. You act ghetto over there on the Carnival. I might act correct on the Royal Caribbean.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hmm.
All right.
I
We
do
got
gotta
to
get
do. I need to find some food.
not me.
Listen, as long as I know you can't bring an iron, but I think there'll be an iron one in the room.
Yeah, they
So I'm
no. You
still
can
trying to
get.
decide whether or not I'm bringing a plus one to this situation.
Oh, my husband wanted to come. It sounded like something he wanted to do. I think he liked the Super Bowl of it all, and so he said he would go.
Listen, I feel like my good teacher would like to go. I'll talk to him about it when I see him.
Bring him. I want to meet him. Is this El Teddy back? El Teddy, you back?
I am.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
a problem?
This is the
What
first
is
time I can see you.
What is you doing, friend?
Um, we over here in North Carolina where y'all don't have good internet service.
My internet is good. I don't know. It depends on where you at.
We over here in some awful place called Mooresville.
Yeah,
You never
that's.
heard of
Oh,
it.
I forgot them people is on tonight. Ugh, they're chasing people.
Are we
Uh,
supposed to be watching them?
No, not really. I'm probably watching in the morning.
I'm
Or
cold. So,
it's
Kiss My
80.
Cheek. You didn't like the movie?
um,
Sorted through the song.
69.
too many
You took
songs.
too many. It's a musical.
That's what I said, friend.
Yeah, but it was too much, and I feel like I had the point, so I could fast forward through the songs, and I listened to the speaking parts.
But the
I
songs, no, you need the songs because the songs explain a lot.
That's what I tried to tell her as well.
You can't fast forward through the song. The songs tell the story.
right, Dejan agree with me. It's too many songs. Now I am intrigued and want to watch part two around Thanksgiving.
How
So
is it too many songs in a musical?
Right.
It's a musical.
So you felt the same way about Dreamgirls, Too Many Songs?
I love Dreamgirls. No, I like Dreamgirls.
I guess.
But I felt the same way about The Color Purple. I said, "Oh, this is too much."
It's a musical. Oh dear God.
Can I is this a safe space? Can I just say I did not like the musical, the Color Purple musical.
Right, I did not like it. I said, "This is too
Right.
much." Mm.
I saw the musical actually, the stage play, not and I because that wasn't exactly the stage play musical. It was a movie adaptation of the musical. The musical on stage, I've seen it a couple of times. I saw it when Jennifer was Sealy, and I saw it when Cynthia Erivo was Sealy, and both times were great.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it because I watched it. I waited for it to come out. I didn't go to the movie theater. I waited for it to come out, and then I sat there quietly in my room and watched it. And I was like, I don't think I like it.
I was
It wasn't bad for me. It was not bad for me at all.
I was like, "Oh my god."
And then I went back and watched the original to wash the taste of that movie away from my eyeballs.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched the movie of The Color Purple, the musical again. It was a one and done.
Yeah.
I don't think we need a Color Purple miniseries. Like we got it. I enjoyed the original. Not Nettie being a mistress. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, to that pastor. Until that wife died, and then she became okay. We're just gonna keep that on the low. But yeah. Join us again next week. She's
Next
going to watch The Wizard. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. She's gonna watch The Wizard of Oz for the first time.
Wait, you've never seen The Wizard of Oz?
She's never seen The Wizard of Oz.
So much does not. So watching the Wicked just doesn't make sense.
Wiz.
What?
I seen The Wiz, and I figured it should be the same, just white people.
No, you have to watch The Wizard of Oz. And then a lot more stuff. It makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch it. That's the
For example,
I'm not gonna make you watch The Great Oz because I didn't even finish that one.
For example, the poppies don't make any sense if you've never seen The Wizard of Oz.
But they have poppies in The Wiz where they was getting high at the train station.
No, God, help, dear God. Just watch.
You gotta watch it. So it's don't even.
You got to watch The Wizard of Oz.
That's up next week. You can come back and join us. Me and Ebbie are doing. It's not really a series because we might skip a few weeks once The Last of Us start.
Because Ebbie, so many people have asked me that never saw Wicked. They were like, that was a dumb joke when she tells Theo, get stuff.
Get what?
And when he runs into her, he tries to talk to her, and he offers her a ride, and she says, no, thank you, get stuff. And I've seen the play, so I know the second half. I know what happens. But if you don't know, then you're like, that's a dumb joke.
I do want to see the second half. I am intrigued enough to want to know what happens in part 2.
You have to go watch The Wizard of Oz though, because it's not gonna. It's gonna make way more sense. It's gonna make way more sense to you, especially when you get to the second half. But the second half, it's a lot more dots connected in the second half.
Does the Wiz find out that that's his daughter?
I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you.
Okay, don't tell me.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend we're gonna review it next week.
Now, in the original color of the shoes is actually the color of Nessa Rose's shoes, not the red. They said that they changed it to red in The Wizard of Oz because the color red popped out more on screen. But the original shoes were the ones that Nessa Rose had. I was like, oh, okay.
Xavier, please. Not today. We're not doing that today.
I didn't even know the Muppets had a series.
The Muppet remake a whole bunch of movies. There's a whole bunch of movies. They made a Christmas Carol. There's a lot of remakes that they did.
Wait, kissing my cheeks. You said you're over Defying Gravity?
I didn't say that. Somebody said that in the chat.
Oh.
Defying Gravity is the only song I'll probably recognize and listen to the entire time.
The Wizard or not? Ebbie, what's your top 4 song?
I like Popular.
I actually don't like Popular.
Is it?
Huh?
What is this feeling?
What is this feeling? It's cute. That's a cute song.
Mm-hmm. And then I like The Wizard and I, and then Defying Gravity. Those are my top 4.
I love The Wizard and I. That is my song.
She don't know. She fast forwarded through.
But I'm not that girl. A lot of people don't like that song.
It's okay. It's not a favorite. I'm not that. It feels so down in the dump season, self pity. I'd be like, girl,
But no. Oh, I get what you're saying, but for me, the song is it's like a sad love song. But that's such a good song that you be like, oh, she's singing that song for me because I like the movie version. Like going back to the play, I'm not that girl is not probably in my top four, but the movie version of not, I'm not that girl. I'm like okay.
Okay. We gonna see.
But my favorite song in my favorite song of the whole show of the whole play is "For Good." That's my favorite song because I already know
I
I'm gonna
heard
be snot bubbles.
we haven't
Every
heard.
when I tell you I'm gonna have snot bubbles,
Oh, God, fix it, Jesus.
that's my favorite song. Listen, every time I've seen it, that's my part. For Good, snot bubbles. Yep.
My God, on today. Okay. Well, we gonna see. All right. I gotta go eat something because I
I gotta
haven't
go
eaten
find me some alcohol.
7 a.m. this morning, and I feel crazy.
Oh,
Uh,
it is. Yes.
Again, join us next week when we gonna do the Wizard of Oz.
The original.
Mhm.
The original Wizard of Oz next week.
And not the Muppet version. Thank you.
Yes. I'm gonna go see if it's out there on Amazon Prime.
I think that's almost in like free space. I think in like another year, the Wizard of Oz is eligible for free space, meaning you can use it for and not get copyright.
You could what?
You should not get copyright strikes because it's been like after a movie's been out so long, I think it's like 90 years or something like that. Then it's in the free domain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm gonna look it up. It should be somewhere for free where I can watch it. Probably on Netflix.
Probably on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. That's next week. But I'm about to go grab something to eat too and finish up this tax return, and then I'm about to lay it to rest. One
Oh,
last.
it is April. I need to finalize my taxes. Thank you for reminding me.
You have a week and a half.
I'll do it next week.
All right. Oh, I got to call in my cruise deposit. That's what I'm about to do right now. All right,
Oh,
y'all.
it's the deadline.
We'll holler at y'all next week. Or we
Ah,
probably see y'all Friday or Saturday for Drag Race. So we'll see y'all later.
yes.
Bye. Did y'all ever go live on Drag Race?
No.